I am P. Madhura, lecturer in physics. In continuation of our video lectures, today we'll discuss about gravitation. Now, in this gravitation, first we have Newton's law of gravitation. We have formula F is equal to G into m1 m2 by r square. If you go for vector form, Newton's law of gravitation vector form, it will be G m1 m2 by r square into unit vector in the direction of the given vector in the vector form like. Okay. Now next we have the variation of acceleration due to gravity. That is, acceleration due to gravity means what? Is the acceleration of freely falling body due to earth attraction. We call it as acceleration due to gravity. So here with respect to height, depth and latitude. You know, with respect to height it decreases. Suppose you have relation G is equal to Gm by r square. If you go for general formula Gm by r plus h whole square. Now G dash by G is equal to r square by r plus h whole square. So in this directly if you take for smaller heights G dash is equal to 1 minus 2h by r we can take. That is, acceleration due to gravity decreases with the increase of height. Next, depth also. For depth also, the acceleration due to gravity decreases with the increase of depth. You have formula G into 1 minus d by r, where d stands for depth and r is the radius of the earth. G decreases with the increase of depth. And next, latitude formula you have G dash is equal to G into 1 minus r omega square cos square phi by g. This latitude angles, if you take like this latitude angle phi is equal to 90 degrees at poles and phi is 0 at equator. Okay, kindly you can substitute here the values. Phi 90 if you substitute, cos 90 is 0. So at poles you have got maximum value. And now at equator it is phi is 0. So cos 0 is 1. So r omega square by g, that is cos 0 is 1. So g value increases with the increase of latitude, and this is the connected formula. Now if earth rotates about 17 times its present speed, present value, and there will be weightlessness at the equator. That is, the body will have weightlessness at the equator if the earth rotates 17 times the present speed. Next, you have got the gravitational field. Gravitational field means what you know? Gravitational force per unit mass. We call it as gravitational field. Gm by r square we can take. Gm by r square. Similarly, you have got gravitational potential. V is equal to minus Gm by r. That is here, work done moving a unit positive charge, unit mass, from infinity to that point, we call it as gravitational potential. Now you know gravitational potential energy, we take two bodies, Gmm by r. Okay, this is gravitational potential energy, U by U. This is the formula. Okay. Now, and next we have the, suppose you have got a satellite, any smaller body evolving over a bigger body, we call it as satellite. We have artificial satellites, inside one way only, like that. Natural satellite means any smaller planet evolving over a bigger one. Okay, that is called natural satellite. Moon is a natural satellite to the Earth, like that. So here orbital velocity already we discussed in the last class. Orbital velocity equation, when it is moving in a circular path, centripetal force balanced by the electrogravitational force of attraction. So here for any orbiting body around the earth, what is its kinetic energy? R V naught square. You know V naught is equal to under root Gm by R. So R is the radius. So what you got here? M into Gm by R. This is kinetic energy. Then our potential energy minus Gmm by 2R. Sorry, R. Minus Gmm by R is the potential energy. Then how about total energy? T means total energy. This is total energy. We can write it as total energy is potential plus kinetic plus potential. If you add these two, what you are going to get? Minus Gmm by 2R only you get. Minus you will get. So in terms of this, if you want to express, suppose your kinetic energy is equal to minus of total energy. This T stands for total energy. When a satellite is orbiting that, potential energy you got like this, kinetic energy like this. So total energy. Potential energy is what? Potential energy is here like this, no? The total energy, that is twice the total energy. Twice the total energy is potential energy. For problems, you can use this. Okay. Now here, when a body is projected with a velocity less than escape velocity, then it orbit around the, it will move in a circular path. Okay. If it is lies between orbital velocity and escape velocity, then you have got it will move in elliptical path. Suppose if it is greater than body projected greater than escape velocity. Escape velocity, you know, 11.2 kilometers per second. So you are projecting more than that, then it will go to interstellar space. The path is hyperbolic path. Okay, like this you have. Now here you have to work out some problems in this. Now first problem. First problem is here two particles of equal mass, two particles of equal mass move in a circle, of radius r, under the action of mutual gravitational force of attraction. Force of attraction. Then each particle is having mass m. Mass is capital M. Now here, then find the speed of the particle. Now here, whenever a body revolving over and around that means what? They have got mass m in a circle of radius r. So r, total how much? 2r. Okay, 2r. Now there is a gravitational force of attraction, Gmm by 2r. Both radiuses 2r. Distance between 2r must be equal to centripetal force experienced by body. So if we equate these two, mv square by r must be equal to Gm into m by 4r square. Cancel out. V is equal to under root Gm by r. This is the answer. So here, whenever a body revolving in a circular path, it experiences centripetal force. Gravitational force of attraction given by the formula Gm by, since the distance between them is r to r total. So we equated these two, we got V is equal to under root Gm by r. Okay, again we'll continue next class. Thank you.